What's up, guys? Coming in today with a full slate of NBA and MLB action here on Monday, May the 11th. I'll give you my favorite picks on the side and over-under in each game. We're going to break down both NBA playoff games and every single MLB game tonight. I'll give you my favorite underdog pick of the day and my massive lock. So as a thank you to me, take that 10th of a second and slam that like button. It really helps get these videos promoted out there on YouTube, and it's just a sign that you appreciate what we're doing here every single solitary day. Also, check below and see if you're subscribed to the channel. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. The goal is to hit that number this year. We're closing in on 75,000, guys, trying to come up with ideas for a big, some sort of event, some sort of giveaway, some sort of something to do once we hit 75K. So let me know your ideas down in the description for that. Also, you can share these videos out there with any friends, colleagues, anyone you know that is into sports betting or sports in general. We can also pick up some subscribers like that. Definitely get down in the comments, ask me anything you want to about any bets you're looking at today, about anything across the entire sports world. I'm more than happy to get back to you, and if I don't have the answer to your question, I can always reach out to the premium handicappers over there at stumpthespread.com and see what they have to say. Definitely make sure you're checking the pinned comment throughout the day. That's where we find my favorite picks from every single video. You will also find a link to stumpthespread.com, so you can get over there and check out all of their free picks. They also have premium picks over there as well, and you definitely don't want to miss out on that free email newsletter. That has been a fantastic resource over the entirety of its existence, so definitely get in on that. Also, in that pinned comment, you'll find my massive lock of the day and my dog of the day. In terms of a recap for Sunday, guys, I'm not going to lie, it was pretty bleak for us out there. We got off to a terrible start there with the Athletics losing 2-1, so a one-run loss in that game with, Bassett just putting up a gem there. We also break down on the no-run first inning on that Seattle White Sox, Mariners versus White Sox game. 1 run scored in the first inning, 0 runs for the next 6 innings. Feels like a bit of a bad beat on that one. We had the Pirates minus 102, a brutal 7-6 extra inning loss there for the Pirates. 12 innings there, and San Francisco eventually comes out on top by 1. We also lost in a 1-run game on the Cardinals, plus 115. It was a 3-2 loss for them in extra innings. Lee looked pretty much better than Buehler, honestly, and the Cardinals bullpen just let us down. We also break down the Rockies at plus 240. That was a long shot, guys. Obviously, a massive underdog there. Sanchez flipping the script on this one after a bad start against the Rockies earlier this year. Sagano was just bad this time around against the Phillies, so that was unfortunate. We did thankfully cash our massive lock today on the no-run first inning in that Cubs-Rangers game. Talon and DeGrom were both excellent out there with 0 runs scored in the first inning. We cash our lock and a 3-0 win in that game for the Texas Rangers. So they'll definitely take that one. But obviously, not the day we were looking for. We need a bounce back here on Monday. We don't have a super deep MLB slate to do it on, so we'll be looking at everything. Let's see if we can come up with a nice little bounce back here. Make sure you guys are hitting the thumbs up button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you're getting over there to stumpthespread.com, checking out all the great stuff over there. We also have a giveaway coming up in this video, so let's get after it. First up, we're going to look at these 2 NBA games, and right out of the gates here, we've got the Detroit Pistons heading to Cleveland to take on the Cavaliers in a series that Detroit still leads 2-1. Pistons have to be a little bit annoyed they weren't able to deal that, usually death blow to the Cavaliers there and take that 3-0 lead after going up 2-0 heading into Game 3. They played pretty well. We saw good stuff out there from Tobias Harris. He's played honestly amazing throughout the playoffs so far. Cade had 27 points, albeit on 27 shots. We liked what we saw from Paul Reed coming off the bench. Duncan Robinson, okay. Jalen Duren still not putting up monster numbers. Really liked how Asar Thompson played out there. He was a plus 12 despite only scoring 9 points, but stuffed the stat sheet. Overall, we just needed a little bit more to get over the top and a few more stops there at the end of the game. But really, we liked what we saw from the Pistons in that one. They shot the ball relatively well, but not unsustainably well. They did a great job on the boards once again, looking like they are going to, kind of consistently have an advantage on the glass in this series. So we'll see how things pan out. I don't think they need to be in any sort of panic mode. They're still holding serve so far in this series. They come into this game pretty much fully healthy. Kevin Huerter still, going to be out. Karis LeVert on the injury report. He's dealing with that right heel contusion. He's questionable. I think they are much better off the fewer minutes that he plays. I don't really look at him as a big plus level player for this team right now, but we'll see. Obviously, their bench can use whatever help they can get. We'll see what the Pistons can do here in Game 4. The Cavaliers have to feel great. They kept their hopes alive in this series for sure. A monster game out there down the stretch. Not early on, that's for sure, but definitely a monster game down the stretch from James Harden. Made some very clutch buckets late in that game. Definitely got fouled on that 1-3 that he made super late. But the real hero of this game for the Cavaliers was Donovan Mitchell. He put up 35 very efficient points. Loved what we saw from him. Didn't see anything crazy off the bench. I mean, Schroeder did have 11 points. That was nice. Jarrett Allen had 18. He played great in this game. A big departure from how bad we've seen him play at other points. Evan Mobley, not a terrible performance, so that's also a nice little step in the right direction. Strus knocked down a couple shots, played some very solid defense. Sam Merrill got back out there despite that hamstring injury and looked okay. Not amazing necessarily, but okay. So we'll see what the Cavaliers can come up with in this one. Looking through injury report, it's fully clean. Nobody even on there. Merrill's not even on there anymore. So apparently that hamstring, no worse for putting in some solid minutes there in Game 3. So we'll see what happens here in Game 4. The Cavaliers are 3.5-point favorites here at home. We've got a total of 212.5. Detroit is 23-22 against spread on the road, 14-11 against spread after a loss, 24-20-1 to the under on the road. Cleveland is 20-26 against the spread at home, 21-35 against spread after a win, 25-21 to the under at home. I will lean a bit towards over 212.5. That is just a very, very small number, and I don't think that's actually super reasonable. So I will lean slightly towards the over. In terms of a side, though, guys, give me the Pistons getting those 3.5 points. This could potentially be our dog of the day. I do think they're in good shape to potentially win this game straight up. So you could also possibly take them on the money line. I'm expecting a worse night out there from Donovan Mitchell. I'm expecting a much worse night out there from James Harden. I'm only basing that on his entire career of playoff struggles, and I think we'll see the Pistons step up and take care of business in this one, despite the fact they're playing on the road. Next on the dock, we're looking at the Oklahoma City Thunder heading to LA to take on the Lakers. The Thunder are still undefeated here in the playoffs. They win Game 3 of this series, 131-108, despite the fact they once again went into halftime losing. They were down by 1 or 2 or something like that at halftime in this game. But yeah, this team continues to find a way to make it happen. They win this game handily despite shooting only 10 free throws. They out-rebound the Lakers by 6, and they shoot 45% from three-point range and 56% from the field in general. I mean, just too nuts. Hard to overcome. Kason Wallace and Isaiah Joe coming off the bench and shooting 8 of 12 from long range. McCain knocked down his only three-point attempt as well, just lights out shooting from the bench in general. AJ Mitchell, 2 of 4 from 3. Dort, 2 of 2 from 3. SGA, 3 of 7 from 3. It didn't matter. The homer went 0 for 4. He still had a very good night out there. All the starters played well. Just a very, very good night out there from the Thunder. Once again, they don't really have to play anybody monster minutes. They have so much depth, so much talent on this roster. They just make life look pretty freaking easy on a night-to-night basis. So yeah, they don't really have to be too worried. The absence of J-Dub has not slowed them down at all. It sounds like he will not be playing in this series. I don't know why he would play until they needed to be in like some sort of desperation mode. So yeah, I mean, we'll see if he comes back or not, but it doesn't really move the needle too much for me. The Lakers have to be kind of devastated. They weren't able to hold on in the second half at all. LeBron had 19 points on 19 shots, but he was a minus 24. Rui continues to absolutely shoot the lights out from long range, and the fact that the Lakers got blown out in this game despite shooting 47% from three-point range is really, really, really bad news for them. Kennard played great off the bench. He had 18. We didn't hate what we saw from Austin Reeves. The whole officiating thing, like, I don't really know which way I lean on that. I do lean on the Thunder are officiated completely insanely incorrectly, but overall, it's just looking like the Lakers don't have any shot at all in this series unless the Thunder really absolutely completely lay an egg. We'll see if that's theoretically possible here in Game 4. The Lakers trying to at least avoid the sweep. They're fully healthy for this game. They're getting 10.5 points here at home. We've got a total of 214.5. The Thunder are 22-21 against spread on the road. They're a 500 against spread team after win, 25-18 to the over on the road. The Lakers 27-18 against spread at home, 19-14 against spread after a loss, 23-22 to the over at home. With a total of 214.5, I will definitely lean towards over once again in this game. An easy over there in Game 3. I do worry a little bit about the Lakers letting go of the rope in this one if things get a little bit out of control early, although that has not been really what's going on in this series. Like, the Lakers have done a really good job of hanging around at least until halftime. So I think the over is a very good play, and I will also lean here just slightly towards the Thunder at minus 10.5. I think the Lakers are kind of out of it. We've seen, we just saw the 76ers give up in a Game 4. I don't know if LeBron and company will really let that happen, but it just doesn't look too good right now. So give me a look at the over and definitely give me a look at the Thunder. Now, guys, before we hop over and look at a very short MLB slate here on Monday, we got to shout out the sponsor today in every day's video, and that is StumpTheSpread.com. Make sure you're clicking the link in the description or in the pinned comment to get over there every single day and check out their free picks that are posted there under the free picks tab. There are big write-ups that go with those free picks that come straight from the premium handicappers over there, so it's a great way to sample what it would be like to be a premium member. You also got to get over there to StumpTheSpread.com and get on their free email newsletter. It is a fantastic resource every single day. It's just jam-packed with great sports betting information, huge write-ups on all the niche sports like golf, NASCAR, tennis, WNBA, UFC. You can find all of those in that free email newsletter. Some big underdog picks were cashed there for our premium members on the UFC slate this past weekend. A plus 400 and a plus 160, I believe, or something like that. I'll hopefully have those graphics put up on the screen so you can see exactly what on there. But right now, guys, our premium members are getting daily MLB, NBA, NHL, and UFC picks. Keep in mind, I'm not a premium handicapper over there at stumpthespread.com for MLB, NHL, UFC, anything like that. We have a team of experts over there covering all the major sports. They take a crazy amount of data points and different things into consideration when making their predictions. They use some very sophisticated tools and algorithms to help them make their premium picks, and it is a great resource. So get over there and take advantage of that good stuff at stumpthespread.com. Definitely worth a look if you're even a semi-serious sports bettor. Also, over there at stumpthespread.com, you can pick up a Stump the Spread hoodie if you're interested in one of those. We're selling them right now for $39.99. That is at cost for us. We don't make anything on those hoodies. You get free shipping included with those hoodies, and you can have them to your address in as little as 7 days. Very happy to finally have those available to anybody that wants to just straight up purchase one. If you're looking for a chance to potentially just win a Stump the Spread hoodie, well, you're about to see exactly how that works. We do giveaways every single solitary Monday and Thursday for our YouTube channel members. It's very easy to sign up to become a YouTube channel member. You just click that little join button right below the video. You get early access to all of our videos if you're a YouTube channel member. You also get your name up on screen in every single video if you're a YouTube channel member, and you get access to these members only giveaways. You're about to see exactly how it works, guys. We're about to put a big wheel up on screen just like this one right here. On that wheel, you can see the name of every single YouTube channel member we've got right now. We click this button right here in the middle. Whoever it lands on gets a Stump the Spread hoodie of their size mailed straight to their address of choice. Love doing these giveaways twice a week. The more members we get, the more giveaways we will do. And it looks like this week's winner is going to be AJ the One Melon Playground. Okay, that is a long name, but hey, props to you. You win the giveaway. Let us know down in the comments that you see that you won this giveaway. We will get your information. We'll let you know how to go about claiming your hoodie through the comments. And yeah, once we get that all set up, you could have your hoodie to your address of choice in as little as 7 days. We've actually had somebody own in 3 days one time, so love doing those giveaways, guys. Big shout out to all the YouTube channel members, and big shout out to everybody that's watching these videos in general. Really appreciate every single one of you. Do me a big favor, make sure you're hitting that thumbs up button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Definitely get over there to stumpthespread.com and check out all the great stuff we offer over there. And now let's get after it. We've only got 6 MLB games to cover, but we're going to look at every single one. And first up, we've got the Los Angeles Angels heading to Cleveland to take on the Guardians. The Angels come into this game fresh off a 6-1 win at Toronto there in Game 3 of that series. They avoid the sweep, put up a pretty good game, have to be very happy with the pitching there from Soriano. So yeah, great work there from the Angels. They're only 16-25 in the year, so still have quite a bit to work on, obviously. But, you know, this is a franchise that was hoping to take a step in the right direction, not exactly contend for a title. Mike Trout is playing much better here this season. He's finally looking healthy and ready to go. He's got 11 home runs. He's only batting .248, so definitely still room for improvement, but I like what I'm seeing. And honestly, Major League Baseball is better off when Mike Trout is looking good out there. Now, the pitching situation for the Angels in this game isn't great for us or for them. We don't have a confirmed starter for them in this game yet, so that's pretty annoying here, especially on a short slate. If it ends up being a bullpen start for the Angels, that's a huge concern. Their bullpen as a whole unit has a 5.38 ERA. Not great. Definitely not great. Now, in terms of quality starts, they're 11th in the majors, so not bad there, but a lot of that is coming from Soriano, who's having an amazing beginning to his season. So we'll see what they look like here. Obviously, the offense has been a bit of a help. Now, they're down to 14th in the majors runs scored after a hotter than that start, but in general, they have hit the ball relatively well. That series against Toronto didn't go great. They scored 6-1-0 in that series, but not a horrible series there against the White Sox before that, so we'll see what they can do here going on the road to take on the Cleveland Guardians. Now, Cleveland, they're a 500 team. They're 21-21 on the year. They're currently 1 game up on the White Sox for the top spot in the AL Central. They did just lose 2 out of 3 against the Twins, so not ideal there. They're going to try and get this series off to a good start by handing the ball to Joey Cantillo. He's 2-1 on the year, a 3.43 ERA. He's coming off a very good start there at Kansas City. 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 run allowed. It doesn't get a whole lot better than that. Not a big strikeout guy. Actually walked 3 in each of his last 2 outings, but put up relatively good work. He did struggle a little bit there at the Athletics, but that little ballpark they're playing in up at Sacramento can be a little bit tough. We'll see what he can do in this specific matchup. He has not faced the Angels yet this year, so it remains to be seen what he'll do against this exact lineup. The bullpen behind him got off to a really rocky start. The Cleveland bullpen did not look good in the early returns, but it's looking much better now. A 3.98 bullpen ERA has them around MLB average, and yeah, when you were that bad at the beginning of the year, has to be a bit of a huge relief that this bullpen isn't going to be abysmal. The offense for this team has not been great either, hanging around MLB average in runs scored, but the team batting average, the team slugging percentage, none of that's looking good. Jose Ramirez is having a pretty bleak start to his year. In that series against the Twins, they scored 4, 1, and 6, so not bottom of the barrel, but definitely not great. Looking at the numbers for this game, the Angels are plus 150. The Guardians are minus 175. We've got a total of 8.5. The Angels are 7-15 on the road this year, 13-9 to the over on the road. Cleveland's 10-8 at home, 11-7 to the under at home. With Cantillo on the mound in this matchup, and given that spread, given that line, it appears that we're probably going to be seeing a bullpen start from the Angels. I will be leaning a bit towards the Guardians. They've lost 2 in a row. I think they're definitely in a little bit of desperation mode. They'll be back. They're going to be at home for this one. So, yeah, I think that helps as well. And the Angels on the road this year have been pretty bad. Next on the docket, guys, we got the New York Yankees heading to Baltimore to take on the Orioles. The Yankees, 26-15 on the season. Rodon, not necessarily lights out in his, season debut. We'll see how that develops. Obviously, got a long season in front of us. The Yankees lost all 3 of their games there in Milwaukee, so they're heading to Camden Yards hoping they can turn things around. Ryan Weathers is slated to get the start for him in this one. He's 2-2 on the year, a 3.03 ERA, coming off a decent start against the Baltimore Orioles, guys. He went 5 innings, gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, only one of which was earned in a 9-4 win there for the Yankees. That was back on the 2nd, so yeah, back-to-back starts here against the same team. We'll see what he can put together. He's thrown the ball really well over his last 3 outings, and just in general this season has looked pretty freaking good. So I'm expecting good stuff from him. I'm expecting the Yankees bullpen to continue to be excellent. A 3.25 bullpen ERA is second best in all the major leagues. And the Yankees offense is due for a bit of a breakout performance, guys. They scored 3-3-0 in that series in Milwaukee. Pretty bad. The last time they faced Baltimore was a 4-game series at Yankee Stadium. They scored 12, 11, 9, and 7 over the course of that series, all of which were wins for the Yankees. So we'll see what they can put together in this one. They are the 4th highest scoring team in the majors this year. They are the 6th highest on base percentage team. So yeah, they can definitely swing it. We'll see what they can do here against the Orioles, who at 18-23 on the year, not having the season of their lives, obviously. Now they are coming off a 2-1 win over the Athletics there in on Sunday. So that was a pretty big tilter for us. That snapped a 3-game losing streak for them. Brandon Young will get the start for the Orioles in this one. He's actually been okay this year. 3-1, a 4.35 ERA. His last 2 starts, though, maybe even his last 3, have not been amazing. 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs allowed there against Miami is not bad. 4 innings, 9 hits, 10 runs allowed, 4 of which were earned against Houston. Not a great look. He also got knocked around a little bit against the Red Sox, so taking on the Yankees could be a bit of a big ask. The Baltimore bullpen has also not been great. Not a complete disaster, but definitely not in the top half of the majors, I'll tell you that. The offense has been a bit of a letdown as well. They scored 2, 2, 3, 3, and 7 over their last several games. They're 11th in runs scored, but they're down to 24th in batting average, 17th in slugging percentage, and 19th in on-base percentage. It's just not great. So we'll see if they can come around here a little bit against the Yankees, but that feels like a big ask to me as well. The Yankees are minus 175 in this game. The Orioles are plus 150. We have a total of 9 out there. The Yankees are 12-8 on the road, 13-6-1 to the under on the road. The Orioles are 9-11 at home, 12-8 to the over at home. I actually don't have a huge lean on the total in this game. Obviously, the odds makers think it's going to be relatively high scoring, but if that's the case, they really are going to have to be thinking most of that scoring is going to come from the Yankees. So you could take the Yankees here at minus 175. You could even take them minus 1.5. I have no problem with that. I'm not going to be taking the over in this game, so I guess lean slightly under, but I think the Yankees are the place that we want to be putting our biggest investment. Next up, guys, we're looking at the Tampa Bay Rays heading to Toronto to take on the Blue Jays. The Rays at 26-13 are off to an excellent start to their season. They're actually in first place in the AL East right now, 1 game up on the Yankees. They just won 2 out of 3 there at Wrigley Field at Fenway, so very good work there. And they're going to hand the ball in game 1 of this series to Drew Rasmussen. He's 2-1 on the year, a 2.95 ERA. His last time around was against Toronto, so running back here against the Blue Jays, he went 6 innings, 7 hits, and 3 earned runs allowed. He struck out 5 and walked 1, also gave a home run in that game, in a contest that we would eventually see the Rays win 4-3. Tampa Bay is actually 4-1 in his last 5 starts. Very good work from him. Now, I would say the start against Toronto wasn't necessarily lights out. He also had a bad outing against the Pirates, but in general, Rasmussen has thrown the ball really well this season. The Tampa Bay bullpen got off to a bad start, but has looked better and better here down the stretch. I believe they lead the majors with 17 saves. I think that is an MLB leading number by at least a little bit. And the offense, I mean, it's going right along. They're 19th in runs scored, but 5th in batting average and 10th in on base percentage. So there's plenty of room for that, their current ranking in terms of runs scored to continue to climb, because this team can definitely score some runs. They've scored 4-0, 8-3, 4, and 5 over their last few games. The last time they faced Toronto, they swept them in a 3-game series. So I mean, I would say the confidence level has to be pretty high right now for the Rays. Now, the Blue Jays, they just won 2 out of 3 against the Angels, but lost the 3rd game of that series. They're going to hand the ball in this one to Kevin Gausman, who's 2-2 on the year, a 3.09 ERA, coming off a very good start against Tampa Bay. 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs allowed back there on the 5th. I mean, you can't really ask him to be much better than that. We did eventually, obviously, see the Rays win that game. The Blue Jays lose that game 4-3. So, yeah, Gausman hoping to maybe slightly improve on that. We'll see if that's an actual possibility. The Toronto bullpen has not been very good this season. It hasn't helped. A 4.26 bullpen ERA, only 8 saves. They've given up 158 hits, which is not great either. So, yeah, definitely some problems have come up here for this Toronto bullpen. Now, offensively, it feels like the Blue Jays are maybe starting to figure it out. 1-14, 2-0. 3-1-3 over their last few games, though, does not fill me with confidence. They are 25th in the majors in runs scored this year. They are 23rd in on base percentage. I mean, they're 6th in batting average, so I do think things are going to improve at some point, but it's not necessarily looking amazing. I feel like they have a long way to go to get back to anything close to the form we saw from them last season. So looking at the numbers for this game, guys, the Rays are plus 120. The Blue Jays are minus 140. Got a total of 7.5 in this game. Tampa Bay is 11-9 on the road, 11-8-1 to the over on the road. Toronto is 12-8 at home, 10-10 to the over-under at home. There are a few different plays that could make some sense in this one. I do lean towards Tampa Bay getting plus money in this one. I do think Gausman has been excellent, but Rasmussen has been fantastic as well. So I do think the Rays are the side you want. In terms of the total, I would definitely lean under for sure in this game. I think under is very, very valid. I also think no run first inning is reasonable in this game too, but I think probably under in the full game would be the way we'll go, despite the bullpens not being necessarily our favorites. Next up, guys, we got the Arizona Diamondbacks heading to Texas to take on the Rangers. The Diamondbacks just won 2 out of 3 there over the Mets. They're still 1 game below 500, but trying to put some things together here. They're going to hand the ball in this game to Michael Soroka. He's 4-2 on the year, a 4.14 ERA. Got off to an insanely hot start. Did have that terrible start there against the Brewers back on the 30th of last month, but this month things have looked good. Obviously, he's only made 1 start so far, but 6 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 1 earned run allowed there against the Pirates. Albeit in a game the Diamondbacks would eventually lose 1-0. You can't really blame that too much on Soroka. He threw the ball really, really well in that game, and in general this season has looked great out there. I don't believe he has not faced the Rangers yet this season, so we'll see how this matchup works out, but I'm expecting good stuff from Michael Soroka in this one. The Diamondbacks bullpen, on the other hand, is a whole nother situation. They have not been as bad this year as they were last year, but still in the bottom half of the majors, a 4.43 bullpen ERA does not fill me with confidence. The offense, 5-2-1-2-0, 9-4 over their last several games. They're 23rd in the majors in runs scored. They're 27th in on-base percentage. They are 9th in slugging percentage, but gone is that insanely dominant Arizona Diamondbacks offense of last season. So we'll see what they can put together the rest of this year, but I'm not really looking at them as an offensive powerhouse right now as they take on the Rangers, who at 19-21 on the season had to feel pretty good about winning 2 out of 3 against the Cubs. They've also not given up a run in their last 2 games, so that's obviously amazing work. Nathan Eovaldi will get the start for them in this one. He's 4-4 on the year, a 4.15 ERA. His last outing, 8 innings, 3 hits, 1 run allowed there against the Yankees. He shut down the Yankees, giving up 1 run and 7 hits over 15 innings in back-to-back wins there for the Rangers. Honestly, over the course of this year, he's looked great except for maybe 1 or 2 hiccups. It seems like he is healthy and locked in and ready to get after it right now. So love and life if you're Nathan Eovaldi, love and life if you're the Rangers bullpen. A 2.08 bullpen ERA is pretty nuts. The offense has been the problem for this team, or the lack thereof. They scored 3-6-1-2-6-4-1 over their last several games. They are currently 28th in the majors in runs scored. They are 25th in slugging percentage. Just not a team you can really trust to get on the board kind of at all. Although they have found a way to score 9 total runs over their last 2 games, so maybe they'll be able to figure out something here at home. The Diamondbacks are plus 120 in this game. The Rangers are minus 140, a total of 7.5. Arizona 7-11 on the road, 11-6-1 to the over on the road. The Rangers are 8-9 at home, 14-2-1 to the under at home. I think this is a pretty good spot to take under 7.5. I'm just not expecting much offense out there from either side, especially I think Soroka's going to have a good time. Our only thing to really try and dodge is that Diamondbacks bullpen, so definitely give me a good hard look here at the under. In terms of a side, I do like the Rangers a bit at -140, a lot of momentum coming into this series. But I think the under might be the better play overall. Rounding into the home stretch here already, guys, we're looking at the Seattle Mariners heading to Houston to take on the Astros. Now, the Mariners, they're 19-22 on the year. They're 2.5 games back in the AL West. They just lost 2 out of 3 there at Chicago, taking on the White Sox, and they scored 2 total runs over the last 2 games. Yikes. They're going to hand the ball in game 1 of this series at Houston to George Kirby. He's 4-2 on the year, a 2.94 ERA. He's having a very good time out there. Hasn't given more than 2 earned runs in any of his last 5 starts, including 7 2/3 innings, 7 hits, and 2 earned runs allowed there against the Astros. In a game, we would see the Mariners eventually win 6-2. Also, the Mariners are 4-1 over his last 5 starts, so very, very good work from George Kirby here recently. Can't really say enough about how good this young guy has looked out there on the mound this season. Well, I guess he's up to 28 now. Maybe I'm the old guy and he's still the young guy, but he's not exactly super young anymore. Now, the Mariners bullpen has also been excellent. Top 6, top 7 in the majors all year long. That has not been a big problem. The problem for this team recently, at least, has been their lack of offense. I know they did that 12-run game. That's great. They're 21st in the majors in runs scored. They're 26th in batting average. Cal Raleigh falling off a cliff this year has been terrible. Randy Rosarina is doing his thing out there, kind of, but not really lighting the world on fire. So definitely still a lot of things that could be improved on for the Mariners, especially on offense. So we'll see what they do here against the Astros, who have kind of had the opposite problem this year. They just lost 2 out of 3 in Cincinnati, albeit barely scoring in the last 2 games, only scoring 1 run in the last 2 games of that series. They will give the start in this one to Peter Lambert, who's 2-2 on the year, a 2.42 ERA, coming off a dazzling performance there against the Dodgers. 7 innings, 3 hits, no runs allowed. He did walk 4, but also struck out 4. In a game, we would eventually see the Astros win 2-1. So excellent work from him. So far this season, he's looked really, really good. I guess his season debut there against the Cardinals wasn't great, but in general, he has looked really, really good. So I'm expecting good stuff from him here against these Seattle Mariners. The Astros bullpen, on the other hand, is a completely different thing. The worst bullpen in the majors by a significant margin. It's been a huge thing that's held them back this year. The offense going cold is also not a great look. They are currently 7th in runs scored and 3rd in batting average. But like I said, guys, they scored 1 run over their last 18 innings. Not great. Not great. So we'll see if Alvarez and company can get back after it there at the plate, but the Astros need that offense if they're going to have any kind of success. So looking at the numbers for this game, the Mariners are -140, the Astros are +120, a total of 8 in this game. Seattle is only 7-10 on the road, 10-6-1 to the under on the road. The Astros are 9-10 at home, 14-5 to the over at home. I feel like that's more an indictment of their terrible bullpen than anything else. I think under in the first 5 is a very, very reasonable play in this one. I also think no run first inning is alive and well in this game, even though it's an Astros game. So we'll be leaning a bit towards those. And in terms of a side, I am more happy to back George Kirby and the Mariners right now than I am the cold hitting Astros. So giving the Mariners here at -140, at least as a small look. Last but not least here, guys, we've got the rivalry game between the San Francisco Giants and the LA Dodgers. Now, the Giants did just win 2 out of 3 there against the Pirates, so a step in the right direction for a team that has generally struggled. They've had to hop on the plane there after entering that series against Pittsburgh and fly to LA. They are going to hand the ball in this game to Trevor McDonald. He's 1-0 on the year, a 1.29 ERA. His last outing and his only outing this year was back on the 4th there against the Padres, and he was dealing, guys, absolutely dealing. 7 innings, 2 hits, 1 run allowed. It was a solo home run. He walked 0 and struck out 8. You can't have a whole lot better of a season debut than that. That was some pretty impressive stuff. So, I mean, I guess it was the Padres, not exactly the hardest hitting team out there, but still very good stuff from Trevor McDonald. So we'll see if he can run it back and have another good night out there. It's a pretty stiff test going up against the Dodgers. The Giants bullpen has been excellent this year. Maybe not phenomenal anymore, but a 3.73 bullpen ERA, definitely not the end of the world. The problem for this team in general has been their lack of offense. They did score 7, 3, and 5 in that series against the Pirates, but that is very, very hot hitting for a team that over the course of the year is last in runs scored and last on base percentage. They're 15th in batting average. Maybe there's some light at the end of the tunnel, but I am not really buying any stock right now on the San Francisco Giants offense. So we'll see if they can figure anything out here against the Dodgers, who at 24-16 on the year did just lose 2 out of 3 to the Atlanta Braves. So not ideal. They're going to hand the ball in this game 1 to Roki Sasaki. He's 1-3 on the year, a 5.97 ERA. definitely floundering a little bit. His last time on the mound, 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs allowed there against the Cardinals. He's given up, what is it up to now? 7, 8 home runs over his last 5 starts. That's not ideal, and I mean, he's faced the Cardinals, Cubs, Rockies, Rangers, and Nationals, so not exactly the easiest slate, but not the worst. And yeah, the Dodgers only 2-3 over his last 5 starts. So it has not obviously been an amazing time for the Dodgers with Sasaki on the mound. Now, the bullpen for the Dodgers has been fantastic, so much better than I expected this year. A 3.35 bullpen ERA. Pretty incredible stuff that they've found a way to make the bullpen great, too. The offense hitting a little bit of a rough patch there. Obviously, the Braves are a tough opponent, but 2-2 and 3 runs scored in that series. Not great. Mookie Betts coming back for this game. Should be interesting to see how working him back into the lineup and see how smoothly he can get back into the mix. We'll see. Trevor McDonald obviously coming off a great start. Maybe could give him a little bit of trouble. Over the course of the year, the Dodgers are 5th in runs scored, 2nd in batting average, 2nd in on-base percentage. So an elite level team in all facets of the game, obviously. So looking at the numbers for this one, the Giants are plus 150. The Dodgers are minus 175. We have a total of 9.5 in this game. San Francisco is 6-12 on the road this year. So yeah, not great there. 10-7-1 to the over on the road. The Dodgers are 13-7 at home, 11-9 to the under at home. With Sasaki on the mound, I can't really in good conscience back the Dodgers here at such a big number. Minus 175 is a lot. You could talk me into under 9.5 in this game. That's a very big number, and I don't think they'll leave him out there that long to get completely demolished. And the Giants' offense is just not good enough to get over this number. So under the impression that McDonald's going to have a good outing and the Dodgers' offense is going to stay a little bit cold, I'll lean towards the under in this game. But in terms of a side, I will be taking the Giants at plus 150. It's a big underdog here once again, but over the course of the year, you cash enough of these, they add up pretty freaking fast. And I do think with McDonald on the mound, we could see the Giants have a pretty good time. Guys, unfortunately, that's all the MLB games we have here today on Monday. So do me a big favor and hit that like button. Help me get this a shorter than normal video promoted out there. Good luck on all of your bets today. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. I really appreciate all the new subscribers we've been getting. Let me know in the comments anything you want to about anything you've seen here in the video or any questions you have on any bets you're looking at. But also give me some ideas for giveaways or celebration ideas to potentially do when we hit 75,000 subscribers. I appreciate everybody that watches these videos. Click the link in the description to get over there to stumpthespread.com and check out all their great free stuff over there. Their free picks. Definitely get in on those. Definitely get on that free email newsletter. It's a fantastic resource, and you got to get in on those premium picks, guys. MLB season is a great time to be in the mix, so check all of that out over there, and we'll see you all right back here again tomorrow. Same time, same place for more sports betting action.